Welcome to the Travel Tape audio guide to Scotland's first national park, Loch Lomond and the Trossachs. This is the land of Rob Roy and the Clan MacGregor, who were often known as the Children of the Mist. It's also the land of other clans, MacLaren, Ferguson, Buchanan, Lamont, Stewart, Colquhoun and the mighty Campbells, who sometimes fought each other, but often joined forces to fight a common foe. Here the Romans built their most northern encampments in their failed quest to conquer the wild men of Caledonia. Vikings carried longboats from Loch Long to Loch Lomond itself, only to be routed at the Battle of Largs. Edward's army was sent home to think again at Bannockburn. Even Cromwell's forces ventured in, only to be soundly defeated. Indeed, some of the most important battles in Scottish history were waged around this area, and many clansmen died in defence of their king and clan. In more recent times it can be claimed that tourism in the Highlands of Scotland began in the Trossachs, with Sir Walter Scott's famous novel The Lady of the Lake. What had generally been regarded as a wild and untamed land beyond the border, inhabited by savages in skirts, suddenly became the place to visit. Arriving in convoys of horse-driven coaches, with Scott's novel clutched firmly in hand, they set out on their journey of wonderment, and were not disappointed, for Scott's romanticised descriptions were true to their word. They were staggered by the incredible scenery, which they had previously only attributed to the likes of Switzerland, where most of the aristocracy and wealthy classes spent their holidays. Now Scotland was in vogue, and even larger numbers were able to sample the delights when the railways opened up lines to take advantage of the tourist boom. Indeed, in 1850, a young Thomas Cook was entrusted with the first large package tour in Scotland. The plan was to go from Glasgow to Stirling, Loch Katrine and Loch Lomond and back, all in one day. With over 100 tourists in the group, this was an enormous achievement. The rest, as they say, is history. Now his name is synonymous with holidays worldwide. The area also became a magnet for artists and writers. Amongst the writers were many tour guide authors, who described Scotland as having some of the finest and most beautiful scenery in the world. But this area is not only about scenery, for this small part of the Scottish Highlands is a magical place. Here you find the rich variety of wildlife amongst the mountains, lochs, glens, rivers, coastline and forests. Here you can learn of the legends of giants, monsters and fairies. Here you can see where heroes lived and died, and great battles and deeds were done. This audio guide is not a history of the area, but a collection of interesting facts, some stranger than fiction, tales and legends, which, when grouped together, help recreate the magic of this wonderful place designated as Scotland's first national park.